Hi, this is Gam3r4Fun and welcome to this video where I'm going to talk about what I expect from Nintendo's E3 2019 presentation, as well as what I hope they will announce and what will be announced. Let's take a look. A lot of these games in the rumors, what to expect and surprises categories I will go through very quickly, just so this video won't be too long to watch. So first off, let's start off with what we know or what we expect to be at Nintendo's E3 2019 presentation. The recent rumor now is that the presentation itself will be approximately 45 minutes, as long as it's not like in the E3 2018 presentation, where Smash Bros. Ultimate took about 20 minutes of the presentation. So the first big game that we really hope to see a release date and more information about is Animal Crossing for the Switch. This game was teased last year with a short teaser trailer, but we don't know anything more about the game. Hopefully we'll get both a release date and some information about it. Can we be the mayor again, or is there something else in the game that's new? My estimation for Animal Crossing Switch is that it will be the big holiday game, together with Pokemon Sword and Shield, so probably in November or December. Even though I think of Animal Crossing as a summer release, it will probably be that time of year because we just haven't heard anything else about it so far. Next up is Luigi's Mansion 3. This game was announced a little while back, I think it was last year's E3. The first game came out on GameCube around the launch of the GameCube. The third one we know more about than Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch. We know that it's a hotel and we know that it's kind of like the first game, probably releasing around September-October. I will guess maybe around Halloween, because of the theme of the game. So I haven't played that much of the first one or the second one, but I really look forward to the third one, because I think it's a different kind of game than other Nintendo games. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening was a real big surprise in Nintendo's last Nintendo Direct. And when I first saw the reveal trailer, I was a bit skeptical about what it was, but when I saw the ship I thought I have seen this one before. Of course I still have my Game Boy cartridge, which is Link's Awakening DX. I haven't completed that game, so it might be fun to actually complete that one when the remake comes to Nintendo Switch. And I think the graphics looks really cute, different than anything else. I'm not 100% sold that I will get this day one, but I will probably play it sometime anyway. This game might be sooner than you think, or it may also be late 2019, like December. That really depends on when Animal Crossing is coming out. Now that we have gotten our own Pokemon Direct for Pokemon Sword and Shield, then I don't think we're gonna see too much of the games in this presentation, but we might see some demos in the Treehouse broadcast, and it also might be playable on the E3 show floor. Next game that we're definitely gonna see is the game Astral Chain. This one also came out of the left field in one of the Nintendo Direct presentations. This one is made by the same team or another team at the same studio that makes the Bayonetta game, which is a bit odd because they're also developing Bayonetta 3, but Astral Chain is looking good and I really want to know more about it. This game is actually got a release date, I think it was in end of August, so Nintendo and Platinum Games needs to tell us more about this game, but it looks really cool, and it's a new Nintendo and Platinum Games IP. Another game I'm not 100% sure will come out this year, just because actually Game Freak is also working on Pokemon Sword and Shield, is the new game Town. Town is just the working title so far, but it's kind of an RPG game. So it will be really interesting to see more about that game, but I don't think it will be released for 2019, but maybe early 2020. But still, I need to know more about that game. The last game I will expect that I at least talk about is the new Fire Emblem Three Houses game. This game had a planned release of spring 2019, but it was pushed back until summer 2019. Now the game has gotten a date of July 2019, so I don't think we will see too much of it, but we will get a mention in the Direct itself at least. So these are the things I wish that Nintendo would show off in their Nintendo Direct for E3. On the top of my list, and this is a big one, I really want the Nintendo and Microsoft partnership to come out with Rare Replay for Nintendo Switch. This game is an Xbox One exclusive, and it contains all the Rare games in HD in one package. The only Rare games it doesn't contain are the ones with Nintendo characters, and that is the Donkey Kong Country games. I don't own an Xbox One, so I would really like to see a Rare Replay on the Nintendo Switch, and I think it's perfect for the portable mode, as well as the docked mode. So I've said it before, please Nintendo and Microsoft, make a Rare Replay happen on Nintendo Switch. So one of my biggest wishes for Nintendo E3 presentation is that they will finally add Super Nintendo Entertainment System games, or SNES. This has been rumored for quite some time now, but I think E3 is the best option to show this to the public. Another game that most people thought was coming soon to Nintendo Switch was Metroid Prime 4. Now that Metroid Prime 4 has restarted development with Retro Studios, then many believe that Metroid Prime Trilogy HD was coming out very soon. So far Nintendo haven't said anything about Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, but I think and I really hope it will come out soon, at least to bridge the gap before Metroid Prime 4. That's why it's on my wish list. One of the game companies and publishers that has been really lacking of releasing games for Nintendo Switch is EA. The only Switch games EA has released on Nintendo Switch is FIFA 18, FIFA 19 and presumably FIFA 20 as well this fall. It was therefore a nice surprise when Unravel 2 hit Nintendo Switch, which is a smaller kinda indie title from EA that looks really cool and fits perfectly for the Nintendo Switch system. So one of the wishes for this E3, both from Nintendo and from the EA presentation, is that Electronic Arts finally will see that Nintendo Switch is a good platform and start developing either ports of other games from PS4 or Xbox One, or develop brand new games for the Nintendo Switch. Since now, Platinum Games is also working on Astral Chain, many believe that Bayonetta 3 will get delayed. I don't hope so, but I think it's likely that we won't see too much from Bayonetta 3, maybe a small gameplay trailer, but the game will probably be out before 2020. And also it's not too much time left in 2019, when you see all the other games that Nintendo has told us will be released in 2019. But I really hope that Bayonetta 3 will be shown, because I really look forward to that game. Another trilogy collection that might come out for Nintendo Switch, or I hope come out, is the Pikmin trilogy. There has been rumors that Pikmin 4 is already completed, and is just waiting for the right time to release. So, as with the Metroid Prime trilogy, it will be perfect to release the old games as a set in the preparation for Pikmin 4. With the recent release of Saints Row the Third on Nintendo Switch, it has got me to think that I would really like to see GTA and GTA 5 on the Nintendo Switch. GTA 5 is originally an Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 game, so I would think it will be able to run it on a Nintendo Switch hardware, at least the version from the last generation. The Switch is really lacking open world sandbox games. The only open world sandbox games for Nintendo Switch is the Lego City Undercover re-release from the Wii U and the Saints Row the Third game. GTA has been on Nintendo platforms before. The Nintendo DS had the exclusive GTA Chinatown Wars for a while, before it also came out on anything else and the PSP. It might be a bit too much to hope for, but at least the single player and hopefully the multiplayer can come to Nintendo Switch sometime. Now we will go through some surprises that we might see at this year's Nintendo E3 presentation. The first surprise that's actually been leaked quite recently is that The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is coming to Nintendo Switch. I don't know how they will be able to do that, but If they can get The Witcher 3, which is a massive PlayStation 4 and Xbox One game, over to Nintendo Switch, that will be a big sell for Nintendo Switch. I am curious about how big the game card is gonna be. Is it gonna be the 32GB or even make a deal with Nintendo to get the 64GB? The game will be downscaled, so we'll be interested to see how it will look and run on a Nintendo Switch, which is much less powerful than Xbox One and PS4. But this will really be a surprise if they announce it. The next game on my surprise list is a game that definitely won't be out in 2019, but it will probably be 2020, and that is Mario Kart 9. I've also heard a lot of other people is calling it Nintendo Kart now, but I think it will remain Mario Kart 9. This will be good because the Nintendo Switch only got the deluxe version of Mario Kart 8, which was a Wii U title, so Mario Kart 9 will be the real Nintendo Switch exclusive Mario Kart. Not sure what I want in Mario Kart 9, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is so good, I just want them to build upon that one. The next game on my surprises list is, according to rumors, a game that has been done for quite some time, and that is Pikmin 4. I'm not too familiar with the Pikmin series, but of course if they do a Pikmin Trilogy HD, then of course that could lead up to Pikmin 4. Just like with the Metroid Prime Trilogy, the Pikmin Trilogy will help players be prepared for Pikmin 4 as well as Metroid Prime 4 when that game releases in a couple of years. Another game that could be a left field announcement and a game that hasn't been on a Nintendo home console since the GameCube is F-Zero. F-Zero GX on the GameCube is by many fans regarded as the best F-Zero game of all time. It was quick, the graphic looked great, and it was 60 FPS. So if Nintendo wants to pull out a big surprise from the hat, then F-Zero would definitely be one of them. What has really surprised me the past couple of years is how good friends Nintendo has become with third-party developers. We have seen this with Ubisoft, who has been borrowing the Mario license to create Mario plus Rabbids, and that's why I might think that they will be creating Mario Rabbids 2. First game sold quite well, I think, and it was really fun, so it's not impossible to have a Mario plus Rabbids 2 announced later. Ubisoft also borrowed the Star Fox license in the Starlink Battle for Atlas game on the Nintendo Switch, which have both characters and levels specifically for Nintendo Switch from the Star Fox universe. This spring we also saw Cuphead, which is Xbox One and PC exclusive, come to Nintendo Switch as well. So this might mean that Microsoft and Nintendo is getting closer, and from that relationship maybe we will see even more games which has been Nintendo games in the past, but now are owned by Microsoft, come over to Nintendo Switch. One of these game franchises is BANJO-KAZOOIE, and I would really like to see a new BANJO-KAZOOIE game either exclusively for Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. One of the hottest rumors is that Xbox Game Pass will come over to Nintendo Switch with Xbox Live. We already seen Xbox Live sign in on Minecraft for Nintendo Switch and also on Cuphead. So this will be really exciting if the relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo will bloom even further. And of course Nintendo Switch Online is kind of bad. It will be great if Microsoft can add their own Xbox Live platform on top of Nintendo Switch. A really hot rumor from the Microsoft and Xbox relationship with Nintendo is that more Xbox games will come over to Nintendo Switch. One of these is Ori and the Blind Forest. I haven't personally played this game yet, but it looks amazing and I probably will pick it up on Nintendo Switch if the rumors are true and Ori and the Blind Forest together with other Xbox games comes over to Nintendo Switch. Before last E3, there were many rumors about Fortnite coming to the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo surprised many by making Fortnite available for download straight after the Nintendo Direct. This year they might do something similar, and in the Nindies presentation we had a bit earlier this year, they announced that the makers of Crypt of the Necrodancer is borrowing the Zelda IP.
I was called here for a purpose.
Which is the first time Nintendo have lent one of their big IPs to an indie developer. The game looks really cool, and I actually think this is a game that might be shadow dropped after the presentation. I still hope for a physical version of this game, but if not, then I will buy it digitally. Now let's us discuss what many players regard as the big elephant in the room for Nintendo, namely Nintendo Switch Online. This is the first time Nintendo requires payments for playing online on their video games, and even though it's only $20, then it's still regarded as not much value. So with the current Nintendo Switch Online, you'll be able to play your Switch games online. You will get cloud backup, which is important for the big games like Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And you also get the Nintendo Entertainment System games, or NES. Since September, Nintendo have added more and more Nintendo Entertainment System games to their online subscribers, but I think the last couple of months they have scraped the bottom of the barrel with the games.
Persona!
Last year's Nintendo E3 presentation had a really big focus on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's not so very unexpected, because Smash Bros. Is a really big game for Nintendo, and it was 2018's biggest game. There were many that criticized Nintendo for having over 20 minutes just with Smash Bros. In a Nintendo Direct, which is not for Smash Bros. And they should have kept that information for its own Nintendo Direct or the Treehouse later in the E3 week. When they announced Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they also said they will be selling Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pack, which contains 5 new fighters, and so far they only have announced one and released it, which is Joker from the Persona 5 game. The rest of the 4 characters that will be in the Fighters Pack we don't know yet, so I will hope and believe that we will see for at least one Smash Ultimate DLC character. So this is my list of characters I really want to see in Smash Bros, either now or later as another DLC fighter in the Smash Bros Ultimate Fighters Pack. The biggest one I want, and I also see this pop up on others' list as well, and so my number 1 is Banjo-Kazooie. This is maybe the most likely, because it has already been on a Nintendo console, and on the Nintendo 64 era, Rare and all the great games they made really spiced up the Nintendo 64 library. The Banjo-Kazooie announcement might be a part of the Microsoft and Nintendo collaboration, if we will see that more. This could end up in a Microsoft presentation, but most likely it will be in the Nintendo Direct. Another Microsoft character that might end up in Super Smash Bros. Is Steve from Minecraft. I'm not sure how much I like this. I would rather see other characters, either from other companies or Microsoft, end up in Smash Bros. Rather than Steve, but it is a hot rumor that Steve might end up, at least when Minecraft is so popular on the Nintendo Switch. To continue the Rare style of games, I would really like to see Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day and Diddy Kong Racing join the cast in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Of course, Rare is now owned by Microsoft, so this also had to be in the deal to bring more of Rare and Microsoft IPs over to Nintendo Switch. This spring, Xbox and PC exclusive Cuphead came to Nintendo Switch. This might be a foreshadowing that we might be able to see Cuphead and Mugman, either as 2 separate characters or as a shadow character, joining in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a DLC fighter. Another Microsoft IP that would be crazy if it went to Super Smash Bros., I'm not sure if it will fit or not, is Master Chief, the protagonist for Halo. This is the one that is most unlikely, just because the Halo franchise has never been close to a Nintendo platform. The last possible Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC fighter I hope for, and also has been rumored quite recently, is Rayman. The Ubisoft character has been on Nintendo's platform before, and Rayman Legends was also a Wii U exclusive for some time. I also think Rayman will be quite an interesting character to use in Smash Bros. Because he don't have any limbs. So I think Rayman is more likely than Master Chief. So that's all the things I hope Nintendo will show us this year, as well as some surprises. If you have your own thoughts about the Nintendo Direct, then please let me know in the comments down below.
If you're new at this channel and want to see more videos, then click the subscribe button and the thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.